everyone, what's going on? Steve Rozenberg here, and this is Investing with Purpose. Today we are in Spring, Texas, which is just north of downtown Houston, and we are at a rental property that Real Property Management was managing, or they're currently managing, and they have this situation that they did what's called a cash for keys, where they got the property back from a tenant that was not paying their rent, and they did a deal basically to get the property back. And this is going to be our first time going inside and seeing what the property looks like and the condition that it's in. Joni, so tell us a little bit about the cash for keys situation.
Yeah, so tenant was behind since I think March, didn't want to move, and so my years of knocking on doors kind of paid off. Made a little, deal with her and told her, hey, I'll give you a little bit of cash and move out of the property, and so now we take possession. So.
All right, so we're gonna go inside, we're gonna see how it looks, and we're gonna see maybe what's needed. Kevin here is gonna show us what he thinks it'll take to get the property rent-ready condition again. So let's go inside and take a look.
Perfect. Let's go.
Okay, well, it doesn't look too bad from the surface. Okay, so tell us the situation, what we're looking at, Kevin, with this property, and what you think just from the surface of the living room area, what we need to do.
Sure. So in the living room, obviously, full paint in here. We got some tile repairs over there, a lot of cleaning, obviously. We had pest control up here already to treat for fleas and some new blinds and things like that.
Now, what kind of condition was the property in when you got it?
So it was in good condition. Obviously, it was a turnkey property. So we purchased this property foreclosure, fixed it up, renovated it, and placed the tenant in there. And this is how she left it. Basically.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. I mean, the floor obviously is you don't have to do anything to the floor. Right. Paint the walls. Would you paint the ceiling?
Ceiling looks okay. I don't think I touched the ceiling, but we do the walls.
Okay. All right.
Walls and trim.
And this is the kitchen. Let's take a look in here and see what we would do in this area.
The flooring for sure needs to be replaced in here.
Yeah. What would you do with this tile, Kevin? Would you leave it?
None of it's damaged. Really, I would probably leave it. It's good for a rental home.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Okay.
Full paint on the walls, obviously, flooring.
What about the cabinets? Would you do anything with the cabinets?
Cabinets, test out the drawers and hardware and everything. Other than that, cleaning. But overall, they look okay.
Now, I noticed there's no refrigerator. Would you guys put the refrigerator in, or you do not give refrigerators?
Out with the refrigerators.
Okay. What do you think this would cost to get this room ready?
This room?
Yeah.
With the flooring and everything, you're probably looking at probably $700 or so. So
ceiling fan. I know it's kind of a dated ceiling fan. I mean, it works, but what would you do with this?
Dated. Most of the time we're just trying to keep the expense low, the make ready cost low for the owner. So this one we would leave. Obviously, change out the bulbs.
Got it. Okay. All right. Let's go look at the bedrooms and see what we would do in here. All right. So let's see, what do we have here? Okay, so we got a basic bathroom. Tile looks good, maybe just a paint, shoot the walls.
Yeah, mostly paint, light bulbs, some hardware for toilet paper dispenser.
Okay, all right. And then this 3-bedroom, all the bedrooms pretty much the same. What are they needed in here?
Paint, flooring, we're just gonna leave, clean it up.
Yeah. Looks pretty good. I mean, it looks pretty standard property, nothing damaged. They actually left it in pretty good condition, I gotta say. I'm pretty impressed the way they left the property. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look in here. This is the master?
This is the master.
Okay.
Still here.
Again, same thing.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Paint it. And that's pretty much it. Maybe change the blinds. Blinds don't even look that bad, actually.
Yeah, you might have to flip them over. They usually flip them so the dust is all on the outside before they leave. But they look pretty dirty, so we change those.
Okay, let's take a look in here. Okay, it's a big bathroom.
This was replaced about a year ago, so we'll just leave it.
Okay, yeah. And then the shower head, looks like you're missing the shower head, but Not sure why somebody would take that off, but
They do all the time.
yeah, I know to get that.
Need some grout in the shower, clean it up. There's some cracks in the corners. So.
Okay. And then, wow, this is a big master closet here. 2 lights.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and again, it's pretty
Clean?
pretty clean. Yeah, pretty clean. Not much needed. How long do you think it'll take to get this property turned?
Well, all the repairs and paint and all that stuff will take about 2 days, and then we got cleaning crew comes in, and then carpet cleaning if there's any carpet, with no carpet in here. So.
Right, so it'd be pretty quick.
Yeah.
Pretty quick turn.
Just a few days.
Got it. Okay. And one last bedroom.
Closet doors.
Yeah. So this house, again, this room's pretty just paint. I mean, all I'm seeing is just painting the house, the interior. Other than that, few touch up. Pretty minimal compared to what it could be for the owner.
Right.
With the cash for keys. It just goes to show how that works. All right, let's take a look at the outside and see what kind of backyard issues, landscaping we may have to take care of.
And the one thing we miss is making sure that the property is up to property code. So that's kind of one of the first things that we do as well, just to make sure that we're up to code.
Can you explain what that means, up to code?
Yeah, so each day has its own property code, so we look to make sure that the right locking devices are on there. So there's keyless deadbolts, door viewers, and then smoke detectors, making sure all that. And we usually do that at the first step before even starting to make ready repairs.
Got it. And then isn't there something with the windows as well? Do they have to have something with the windows locking?
Windows all have to be locking. The bedroom windows have to be able to open them. So
Egress to exit?
Egress, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, well, let's take a look outside and see what we have. Okay. Well, it's a pretty good sized backyard. Yeah. Looks like they're building a subdivision behind this. All right, so let's see what we have here. Backyard siding looks pretty good, I gotta say. It nothing alarming. And let's go ahead and look over here.
Some more vines over here we can remove.
And the air conditioner looks pretty new.
But yeah, it doesn't look too old.
No, it looks pretty good actually. I gotta say it's in good condition. How long has the owner owned this property for? Do you know?
This owner, about 3 years.
Oh, okay. And this was a turnkey?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean the exterior looks good. Was this house all redone when he bought it?
They kind of just cleaned it up and painted it, and retiled the bathrooms.
Okay. And for those of you watching, this downed cable line is not something that you want in your rental property. This would probably go on the bad side of things to fix prior to a tenant moving in.
Something we need to take care of.
Yes. What about the fence while we're here? What do you guys think about? Would you do anything with the fence? I mean, it's not falling. I mean, it's okay, but
Let's secure it.
yeah.
We brought that up, and fencing's always difficult in Texas.
Right.
Also, it's shared fence, so
Yep.
you're trying to get the neighbor to share some of the cost.
Okay, so we just finished walking this property, and as you saw, it doesn't need that much work. It's more important the story of what happened in this situation. So, Joni, the owner bought this property a couple years ago as a turnkey property, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and can you explain people what a turnkey means?
Yeah, so turnkey is, we bought the property, renovated the property, and sold it to an investor and placed the tenant in the property as a full turnkey.
Okay, so that means,
finish.
yeah, so the investor bought the property with no work needed, it was rented, and was it the same tenant the whole time?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so the same tenant was in the property for a couple years, and then COVID happened.
Right.
And March, the tenant stopped paying?
Yeah, March, tenant lost her job, stopped paying, kind of wrote it out, and so I visited her a couple of times, probably like 3 or 4 times, and tried to offer a solution for her to move, get a little bit of money out of it, which she took that option, and so a couple weeks, actually last week, she moved out.
Okay, so again, this is just, COVID happens to everyone, obviously. The situation, no one's immune to the repercussions of it, but it just goes to show that there are ways to get the resident out of the property without having to evict them. Because if you had to evict them, how long would it?
Oh gosh, we're looking maybe March to get them actually out. If
Right.
we can't do any evictions right now till January. So, and the owner was upset at that, but at the end of the day, it's, you know, you kind of have to weigh it. What's
Right.
her best options there?
And what was this property renting for?
$1,300 a month.
Okay, so if you do the math and you start adding up $1,300 a month for all the months that it was vacant, obviously it makes much more sense to do what's called the cash for keys. And can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so how it works is basically as soon as the tenant starts to move out of the property, she gives me a date, or the tenant gives me a date on when they're moving out. And once they are fully out of the property, as long as the property is cleaned, as obviously no furniture, trash, any of that in there, then I will hand over the security deposit or a portion of the security deposit. I don't give the entire security deposit right away. So I use that to negotiate a little bit.
So how do you come up with a price?
So, I typically start at $500.
Okay.
And then if it's not enough, then I kind of say, hey, well, what do you need to move on?
To get going, yeah.
Moving expenses sometimes, storage, and kind of work my way up.
So it does cost a little bit of money, and it could upset you, but at the end of the day, it's the smartest way to run the business and not be emotional.
Right, exactly. Not to get emotional about it.
Yeah.
Is this something that you've had an experience with?
Yes, I've done this many times, and actually we used to offer to give them the moving truck just to get their stuff out. So we would, if I had to, I would come and help them actually move their stuff just to get them out to not have to deal with it.
I've done that as well, actually, so.
Yeah, definitely different. So everybody, again, this just shows you that there is a lot of value in understanding what you can do to come up with solutions to bad situations. And again, this right here, the owner got a property, they're gonna get it rent ready within a couple days. They're gonna start making revenue on their property, which could have taken another 6 or 7 months of lost revenue. And the good property management company is able to come in, give solutions, and make it happen without the owner ever having to deal with it themselves. So again, it just shows the power of leverage, the power of team, and having other people think of these strategies and implement them and use the team leverage concept. Everyone, thanks for watching. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can get this information and more like it in the future. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.